Okay, there we go. I'm recording now, so nobody say anything bad. All of that talk about all those racist comments that Kira was making, no more of those. Come on, Kira. You're better than that. All right, no more comments like that. Yeah. Okay, it's Jorge here today. Actually, I'm going to introduce class. That's right. Okay. You guys see my screen? Give me a quick thumbs up if you can see my screen. All right, I got a thumbs up. I got at least one. One person is paying attention. That's all I care about. Okay, here we have our chapter five. Our chapter five quiz is due, I believe, Sunday, and our chapter five identifications are also due Sunday. Okay, so that's what you still have going on. Remember, the identifications only go to chapter seven. Once we're done on chapter seven, so October 12th will be your last identifications. And remember, they're not worth a whole lot of your grade. I can't teach with that thing on. It just, whenever I shave, it rubs against my neck all weird. Here's the big one. This is going to be worth a major part of your grade, your history identifications final. So October 12th, or that is your last one. If I were you, I would get those identifications done a little bit sooner. Get those done a little bit sooner. That way you have them for the test. Do you feel like Jed has been providing accurate feedback for you? And if he hasn't, please message him or see he has office hours almost every afternoon. Go in and see him or message him on Canvas. He's great to work with. If anybody needs, like it's a guy. If you want a fun date, go talk to Jed. He is really sincerely one of the funnest guys I know. I really like Jed. I really like Jed. I picked him for a reason. He's a good guy. Okay. Let's see. What should we do to him? Okay. Everybody feel confident with what's coming up in class. I don't want there to be any surprises. No surprises for you guys. We want to make sure that you're comfortable with everything, right?
So the project isn't going to happen?
No, we're going to get rid of project number one. I think I said last time that class might not be as rigorous as usual. I think I think this delivery mode, it is unfair to you guys for me to expect the same level of homework as if I were in person. I think a lot of the work just comes from coming to class, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys being here. So I want to reward you guys for being here, and I'll scrap one of the projects to do that. So I will scrap that project. So if everyone wants to give me a round of applause, go ahead and turn on your mic for a second and just. Do you know a more conceited person that makes you turn on your mic to so they can hear you clap? Oh gosh, I promise I'm not really that conceited in real life. You can't have five kids and a good marriage and be that conceited. It's just I'm just playing around. I'm just messing around. Okay.
Question.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the midterm and the final, what is that going to look like? Are we going to be like writing essay, or are we going to be doing like multiple choice? Like, what should we be expecting?
So the midterm is the history final, the identifications final. Okay. So the midterm is something that you're very familiar with. Here, let me show it to you. You're going to identify all nine of those right there, and you're going to select 10. So if you got like a three, let's say you did Cahokia and you got a three on it, don't choose that one. Let's say you got a five on the Three Sisters. Well, choose that one. That's a good one to choose, right? So choose that one. Choose that. Make sure you're comfortable. You do it. These are mandatory. These are all mandatory. And I did not get much feedback. I got a little bit of feedback saying they wanted Jed to grade. If that changes, I mean, personally, if it were me, I would rather have Jed grade the final because you know what you're getting into. You know what kind of grading he's going to give you. You also know that he's probably going to be a little more lenient. Although some TAs, every once in a while, you get a TA that's way harder than the professor. But last year I had a TA that was pretty hard, but I think Jed's pretty fair. He's a good guy. So if you do want yours graded by me, send me a message and I'll grade yours, and I'll tell Jed not to grade yours. Okay? So if you really want yours graded by me, I would love to help you out. Okay.
So would we be allowed to find these like online, or is this like just what we remember from the
These are open book. These are
open?
open note. These are open everything, right? The way I run class is I run class very discussion based. It's not fair for me to give you a traditional closed book, ABCD test when I don't expect that from you. I give you quizzes. The quizzes satisfy that side of education, right? Let's get that out of the way so we can just have a conversation and talk when we're in class, right? That's what I like. That's what I like. So we're
Thank
doing
you.
that. Okay, does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, great. Let's go to attendance now. I'm going to get attendance. You don't even need to remind me, Kira. Is Jorge there? No Jorge? Okay. McLean, I think I saw Laney. Yes, I did. Chamberlain. Oh, Chamberlain just barely emailed me. I got his email. He's here. Matthias, I saw Matthias. Had a nice conversation with him. 6-2. Is Callista Comer here? I have not seen Callista for a little while.
I'm here.
Oh, Callista, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Nice to see you. We missed you last class. Was it 2 classes or just 1?
Just one, I think.
The problem is that I missed class, so it feels like it's a lot. So we shouldn't be missing much more class though. So, whew. Okay, I've seen a lot of these people. Take roll real quick because I've seen a lot of you. I already talked to you. Miranda, yes, Miranda, I believe is here. If not, then I will give her a 0 later. Is Zach here? Is Zach Jones here?
I'm here, so that's good.
Zach Jones? Okay, no Zach. He might be coming in later. Okay. Maybe he got kicked out by those girls that he was with. Being a weirdo. He's probably being a weirdo. He's probably kept on he probably asked him out like 5 times. Should we just that's what I do about students when they're not here. I gossip about them. Yeah, that's what I do. So you better come. You better come, or I'm gonna gossip about you.
You do realize I'm one of those girls, right?
Shoot. Sorry, Kira. Cadence. I saw Cadence. Hey, where is your group today, Kira?
I didn't go to my first class, so I'm at my dorm. I don't know where they are.
Well, that makes me feel good that you came to this one. Thank you for coming. Brooklyn Larson, Brooklyn.
Here.
Oh, you're in class. Okay, good. Gracie Larson.
Here.
All right, thank you, Gracie. Kimball, I saw Kimball come in. Logan, what's up, brother?
Nothing much. What's up with you?
Oh, just passing out. You guys have seen my hat, right? My awesome hat.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's like royalty right there.
let me just say that I've been happily married, but since I've started wearing this out in public, I get a lot of looks from the opposite sex, and I've been reminding my wife that I'm a little more in demand than you thought. Maybe you should treat me better. Actually, my wife is, oh my goodness, guys. First of all, my wife's beautiful. Second of all, she's just taking care of me. I should have flipped those. First of all, she's taking care of me really well. She's treating me so wonderful. She helps me. She's so wonderful. I really like her. And second of all, she's beautiful. There we go. Redid that. So I pushed the most important thing first. All right, Morgan's here. Jonathan Nielsen, come in.
Here.
Okay, thanks, Jonathan. Annika Osler. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her for a little bit. Lord Jameson, how you doing, man?
Doing all right.
Is Emma here? Emma Ruck. Did Emma come in? No? Okay. Avery Curl? Oh, I got some people chatting to me. Let's see. Sorry for being. Yeah, I got you, Jamie. Okay, I got Brady. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, no Avery. I Got McCaden, saw her. Benjamin. Elias, got Elias. I think Mikhail, I saw Mikhail come in. Gil, is Gil here? I did not see Gil. Gil, you here, bud? No? Okay. Jaren, I saw Jaren. Megan, Tommy. All right, I got Tommy. Gage, what's up, Gage? I got you, brother. Your rally. Did your rally come in? I've not seen your rally yet. Nope. Okay. Yura, got you. McKaylee? Yes, I got McKaylee. She came in. Diana came in. Hey, how's it going, Diana? Good. I think I got a thumbs up. I don't know. I wasn't looking. There we go. There's my thumbs up. Asher, is Asher here? Asher. Okay, how's it going?
I'm fine.
Ash, where are you from?
Here. Not like here, but Utah.
Okay. I'm trying to think if you're you're not from Manti High School, are you?
No.
Okay. Oh, there's Ureli. How's it going, Ureli?
Hello.
I'll give you credit for being here. Thanks for coming. Emma was the first one. Emma gets 1 extra credit point for being here as the first one. Everyone from now on, whoever is the first one here gets 1 point of extra credit, which is like not much. I mean, you have to endure talking to me for like an extra 10 minutes. So probably not worth the extra credit point, but I'm still going to give it to you anyway. Bryson Weiniger. No Bryson? Okay. Is Madison Weiniger here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Madison, are you going to tell on your cousin?
Probably not.
But you could. You could hold it over his head.
I could.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong with extorting people. I don't think that's against the law.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it is.
That's what, who is the one that got the laptop from Grandpa? Who was that again? Was that Morgan? Morgan, did you extort your grandpa? Were you like, I'm going to tell Grandma about that naughty show you watched?
No, he did it out of his own free will.
Oh, that's nice. Does anybody watch Sunny in Philadelphia? Oh, it's always Sunny in Philadelphia. Sunny. Anybody watch that? All right, probably a good thing. I just watched an episode with my son, and I'm paranoid that he's going to tell my wife what was in that show. They're writing up from together right now as we're speaking. So, okay. Does anybody have any questions before we get launching into the material? Go ahead and ask away. You feel like we
I had a quick question.
go ahead, Landon.
The identifications about Sally Hemings,
Yeah.
I did some reading on it, but I was kind of wondering what the effect of it is for us today.
Oh, that is such a great question. We believe that Thomas Jefferson has maybe even hundreds of children that are black. Isn't that crazy? Our founding father has at least dozens, if not over 100 black posterity. Yeah, because so for those of you that did not pay attention, Sally Hemings was a slave. Sally Hemings was a slave. In fact, Landon, I'm going to give you 2 thumbs up for this question because it gets us right into a discussion point that I'd like to talk about at some point. I usually get to it later in class, but you know what? We're going to do it now because you're here. Is it rape? Oh, we're starting off at 9:47 in the morning talking about rape. Okay, not our favorite topic, none of our favorite topics, but is it rape to have, essentially what I'm saying is, can a slave consent to sex?
No.
Okay, raise your hand real high if you think a slave could consent to having sex. Okay. Well, let's go to McKaylee. McKaylee, there's quite a few of you that have your hand up. Let's ask McKaylee because you're pretty much right in the middle of my screen. McKaylee, what? You got to stop coming in at that time because you're right in the middle of my screen. McKaylee, you think that a slave could fall in love and could consent to have sex with her master?
Yeah, they're still a person. It's not like they aren't capable of it.
Yeah, okay.
It might be
really strange circumstances, but they still could.
Okay. Okay. McKaylee's saying they're still a person, which is true. I think so. Go ahead, Lainey.
I would argue that there's a power imbalance that kind of mm, there are extenuating circumstances that
Okay.
would maybe make it not be so.
Okay. So let's say I am 41 years old, which I am. So it's easy to say that. I'm 41 years old and I fall in love with an 18-year-old woman. Okay? That's legal. Everything's legal. We're making it legal. Would there be that power imbalance there, Lainey?
I would say yes.
How is it different from the Sally Hemings example, though?
If you're rich.
Wait, who said that? I'm sorry, who said that?
I did.
Who's I? I'm not seeing on. Oh, is that Jameson? Okay, Jameson. You think that the power imbalance is enough to mean there can't be consent?
I think if you have a lot of power, like not just a regular person, but like if you're either rich or if you're a politician or something, someone who has a lot of power,
Okay.
then it'd be more likely that they would consent, but it'd be under circumstances where it's not really about consenting to you, it's about accepting that they could have some of that power.
Okay. So under that power, I always talk to people about this because there clearly is a power imbalance between, let's say, me as a 41-year-old and an 18-year-old girl. There's a, in my mind, that's gross. It's legal. It's gross. There's a definite power imbalance. But if we were to weigh consent as a power balance, would we have to say the president of the United States can never have sex? Would that be what we're trying to say there?
Look, he has a wife. Doesn't he?
Sorry, say it a little bit louder, Tommy.
He's probably married before they get in office.
Let's say he's not. You know, have you ever seen Melania? She does not like Donald Trump. She doesn't kiss him. She doesn't hold his hand. She does not like Donald Trump. Much like some of you, right? You're kind of icked out by him. I get it. You know, he's not the most physically appealing man. But let's say she divorces him finally, and he wants to have a romantic relationship with another woman that's of a decent age. Let's say she's at least legal. Would he not be able to because there's a power imbalance? What do you think? Let's go back to Lainey. Let's go back to Lainey for this one because Lainey is the one that brought up the power imbalance, and I'm so glad she did because that's one of the things that we talk about in consent is power imbalance. Go ahead, Lainey.
I would say that as long as he's not leveraging his power against someone, like using it as a tool to get that consent, then yes, he can do that.
Okay. So if he's not leaning in and being like, guys, I'm the president, okay? You know, like, I'm the president, have sex with me, I'm the president. I was going to go a little deeper into that, but I thought I'm recording this class. I better be very careful here. Kira had her. Go ahead, Kira.
I would say the biggest difference is that with two people of a legal age were to do that yes, it would technically be fine until, for example, the one who has less in the power dynamic were to come out and say it was coerced. However, they are still of a legal age, so they can't just be like, immediately people are gonna do that. Versus with a slave and their owner, they don't have any legal ability there to even say no in the first place.
I love that you brought the law into it, right? Because even though I think it was McKaylee that said they are people, so they can consent, and I thought I liked that point because she was humanizing a slave. But Kira makes a good point: is that legally she is not a person. Legally, she is property of Thomas Jefferson. So what happens, do you think, Kira? What do you think would happen if, let's say, you're a slave and the slave master says, "Let's have sex"?
He could do anything to you. If you refused, he could do anything to you. So you say yes, you're his property.
Yes, he could legally kill you. He could legally kill you. So what you are learning today, guys, think about it, is that the author of the Declaration of Independence, one of the greatest minds that America has ever seen, a man that I respect and admire which what I'm about to say is it's going to be kind of weird. He raped someone and had kids with them. Does it change anyone's mind to know that he genuinely loved her? Chamberlain, you got it, Chamberlain. He
I was gonna say I didn't see any of this in Hamilton.
Why not, man? This is like the best story ever. What do you guys think about that? Is like our founding father, one of the most revered men in American history, according to what most of you are saying, was guilty of rape. Does that bother you at all? Anyone?
If I could add something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think this also, when you said, does it matter if he loved her? I think that starts the conversation between intent versus impact, which is we don't know because we weren't there. And I don't know if we have historical records.
We do. We have historical records
of her writings as well and what she thought of it.
Annette Gordon, probably one of the greatest historians of all time, wrote a wonderful book, if you're interested, called The Hemingses. It talks about the family of Sally Hemings, and it gives this very good review of I think like a whole chapter is dedicated to what you're saying. So good question, Tommy. That's a great question. Yeah. Okay, what do you guys think? Is our founding father a rapist, a pervert, a hero? What do you guys think?
I think it's strange that they kept it on the down low. Like, this was my first time learning about it.
So who's they then? Who's they? Who kept it on the down low?
Like, everyone in history. This is like, it's not something that I feel like has been talked about enough.
Who is saying this? Whoever's saying this is really intelligent.
Gracie.
Okay, Gracie. So here's the lowdown. Here's the scoop. Not vanilla, chocolate. I'm a big chocolate guy. Here's a scoop of chocolate for you. No racial motive there. I just like chocolate. Oh, that was solid, guys. I didn't get many laughs on that one. So he didn't keep it a secret. Thomas Jefferson and Sally Hemings did not keep it a secret. In fact, let me show you a political cartoon. I'm going to Google Thomas Jefferson cock cartoon. I hope it's not going to bring up something. There we go. Okay, we got it. I was a little worried about that one.
Got it in a bad way or a good way?
It was a good way. It was a good way. We're not going to get fired. If that's what you mean by good. Okay. Okay. Look at that picture. That is basically a negative attack ad, an early form of it, given by John Adams when they were running for president against each other. So it was well known. Everyone knew at the time that Thomas Jefferson was in a somewhat committed, weird / rapey relationship. I don't know what you call it. I have no idea what you call it. It's weird. That's all I can say. So everyone knew. So wait a minute. At the time everyone knew, why are most of you, I would say probably maybe all of you, but at least most of you are for the first time learning that Thomas Jefferson was in a sexual relationship with one of his slaves that may have involved rape, depending on what your views are. Why are we just learning this?
I think most public schools, for that, like, it's really explicit and mature topic, and they don't like talking about it, at least with middle schoolers and high schoolers.
What if you didn't have the rape discussion? What if just in a factual way you were teaching the class and a teacher says, now this is common for you guys. Like, this is common. Like, you guys are not the anomaly. It is very rare that I have a student that knows this. Very rare. Okay. So what if they just said, oh, and Thomas Jefferson had a serious long-term relationship with one of his slaves, and he has offspring to this day that is related to them. Why not? Why don't we do that? What's up with that? Why don't we do that at least? Why do we hide this from our young people? Why do we hide this from people?
Because they probably draw the same conclusion that we are now.
What conclusion is that?
That it's really, really weird for you to be having kids with your slave.
Why don't we want to know the truth though?
I think it's because America wants to be viewed as the good guys, and so like they try and like hide a lot of our bad stuff.
I think you're right, but let's dig just a little bit deeper. Tommy gives us a great statement right there, is that they kind of want to hide it. But let's go a step further. If any of you are in a relationship, always ask why. Why? Go ahead, Lainey.
Wasn't he also cheating on his wife? I feel like if we throw everything else aside, that's condemnable.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah. I mean, I've only cheated on my wife like 4 or 5 times.
What?
What? Oh, come on. No. My wife, I have like 3 things going good for me right now. One is my wife. One is I'm not passing out, and number 3, I'm here in class. So I got 3 things going for me, and my wife is at least a third of that. So I love her. But that's gross. That's right. But again, why? Why are we hiding it, guys? Like seems really weird to me. Thank you, Lainey. Thank you, Tommy, for helping me dig deeper. Let's dig just a bit deeper now. Why? Why do we hide it?
I think many, like throughout history, people saw like blacks as like dirty, so they didn't want their founding fathers being in love with one. And so history books still have it, and then we're still coming back from that.
Why aren't we teaching what? Okay. I think that's a good reason. I think there's more than that. But does anybody else have another why? Let's do our introvert moment. We don't get to do this as much because I'm not in person. I don't know who the introverts are. But let's only let someone talk right now that has not spoken yet. Okay. Go ahead. If you have not spoken, there's our introvert. All of my introverts. Okay. Good job. Introverts, you guys think at a deeper level. You're often more reasoned. You often take more time to formulate things in your head. You got to have extroverts in a room. You got to have introverts in a room. That's what makes conversations great. So, all my introverts, it's your chance to speak. Why? Why don't we tell high school? A lot of college kids don't ever learn this. Most of the general public, I would say 99% of the general public does not know this. Maybe even higher than that. Why? Why do we hide it from them? Introverts, only introverts. Okay, Bree's throwing in something there. She's not in a position to talk. Let's see what she says. Because they don't want people to think of them differently. Right. Yeah. We have what's called the hero myth. Nations are founded based on the hero myth, that heroes came from on high and saved us and created a wonderful miracle on our behalf. So let's finish this up with one more question. One more question. Give me just a second here, Jameson. I'm kind of cooking here. Let him cook. Let's finish with just one question here. Okay? One question. I'm looking to ask, can he be both a disgusting pervert, maybe even rapist, and a founding father that has forever changed America, has given birth to America? Without TJ, we may not have an America to this day. Can he be both? What do you guys think?
I think he can be both.
Why?
Just because he is a founding father, and he did have that impact on America, no matter what happened in his personal life.
Yeah. Have you ever heard the phrase, "I contain multitudes"? Has anybody ever heard that phrase? I contain multitudes. People, like, you guys are learning. You guys are out of your home. Some of you for the first time. And you're starting to see, like usually I'll have a few return missionaries and they really get this. People are so complex. They're not just good. They're not just evil. Right now, after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, the right wanted to make you think that Charlie Kirk was one of the greatest men that ever lived. He wasn't. But he did some really wonderful things. So as I say, I mean, Jimmy Kimmel got canceled for saying this, right? He's saying, yeah, he did some bad things too. There was a representative of the United States of America that got on the Senate, not the Senate, on the House floor and said Charlie Kirk would have been the 13th disciple of Jesus Christ if he had lived during that time. Hell no, he wouldn't be. He said he'd be terrified if a black person was flying a plane. Do not get me canceled for saying this, guys. Do not get me canceled. I think we're a little bit away, so I can talk about it a little freer. But he was not perfect. But can I still say I think Charlie Kirk did some good things and he should not have been assassinated? Of course I can. Of course I can. I have an interesting part of me. Here's an interesting part of me. You guys may have noticed that I say things quite frequently that could be offensive. Maybe today in class there have been some people that have been offended. But I do tend to say things that can be offensive. But here's the paradox, that when I find out that I have hurt someone's feelings, I feel awful. I do everything within my power to apologize, to recompense, to bring our relationship back into harmony. And so even though I tend to insult often, it's often accidental, and I apologize whenever I possibly can. I'm a complex person. Think about it for yourself right now. Think about your parents. You guys are no longer the age anymore where you're like, my parents were saints. My parents were perfect. Anybody really close with their mom or dad? And it was really hard for you to see that they're not perfect? Dude, that was me with my dad. So bad. I thought, Bree, you're right. Yeah, I agree with you. I love my dad. It took me a long time to realize that he wasn't a very good husband. Fantastic father, horrible husband. He keeps going on missions because he thinks he's going to all of a sudden become a good husband. All he has to do is spend more time with his wife, and he's even worse of a husband. You heard it here first. Marriages are not fixed by one event. They're fixed by daily. For those of you, here's some free marital advice. After 20 years, not many relationships with bipolar exist for 25 years, you know? So I feel we're pretty lucky here. But let me give you advice. Daily activities create a strong marriage. So anyway, all right, good discussion, Landon. Great job, buddy. I'm glad you brought that up. We are almost out of time, but you know what? This is the great thing about not teaching to a test. Is it a stimulating conversation where I want to know? I'm a little lightheaded here. I'm going to put this on. If we are hitting an interesting topic, we're not going to move from it. Okay, we're going to stick with it, and that's the joy. That is the absolute joy of not teaching to a test. Is that I don't have material that I have to cover. Go ahead, Jameson. You have your hand up.
I wanted to ask, when Thomas Jefferson and John Adams ran against each other for president, who won?
The first time John Adams won, John Adams was the second president. Thomas Jefferson was the next president. Interestingly, TJ became the vice president. Back in those days, whoever got the second most amount of electoral votes was vice president. So oftentimes the president and the vice president were kind of enemies. Did you guys hear what Trump said about his enemies at Charlie Kirk's funeral? Guys, don't talk about who you hate at someone's funeral. Don't do that. That's just a bad look. But Trump said something about his enemies. You guys catch what he said? Anyone watch his remarks at Charlie Kirk's funeral? He said he hates his enemies. He can't work with them. But back in the olden days, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, Aaron Burr, people like that were forced to work together. And I think that's kind of cool. I wish we had enemies working together, because my internet's struggling. Can you guys still see me? We good? I just got to.
We kind of missed what you said.
Well, dang it. Let's move on. We'll move on. Thank you, guys. Great questions. Let's move on to just a little bit today. I think we covered quite a bit of slave culture with that discourse that we just had. So we're going to move on to. No, wrong one. There's our PowerPoint, our focus question. What factors? We're going to skip through that pretty quickly. What was the meanings of British lib? Okay, here's an interesting question. Man, we don't have time for this. Here's another great question. We're going to give it a try. Lainey, who are you standing next to? Who is that good-looking guy next to you?
That's my boyfriend.
Oh, lucky. Okay, tell your boyfriend to come in frame. Come in frame, boyfriend.
Come here. Come here.
You guys are a
Can
good-looking.
you see him?
Good-looking couple, man.
Oh, thank you.
Lady,
You're so nice.
Is he as nice as he is handsome?
Oh, yes.
Good for
Very
him.
much so. He's a very sweet person.
You got a winner. You got a winner. Good job. Okay, so liberty meant something differently than it means now. Okay, if I were to say liberty, what would liberty be to you? What would liberty be to you guys? If I were to ask you, what does liberty mean to you? Let's see how close we get to the 18th century liberty. What does liberty mean to you guys? Think about it. Answer me whenever you're ready. No rush. We just have 10 minutes left of class. That's all.
Natural God-given rights.
Oh, you say God-given rights, right? Okay.
I mean, that's what it's defined as in the Constitution.
Okay, so it's interesting in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, do they say God-given rights? They actually use a different term that was kind of like a wink, wink, come from God. They call them natural rights. Rights that exist out in nature, just that you're born with. The government does not, never say this, guys. The government gives me the right to drive on the road. No, you give your rights to the government, and in order for you to do that, they promise to protect you. And Thomas Jefferson further said, if a government stops just seeking to protect you and it wants its rights, or excuse me, it wants more power, then it is a corrupt government and you should seek to overthrow it. Wow. Do you guys think that today's modern government is a little corrupt? Do you think they're just doing what's in our best interest? Does anybody in this room think the government of their, maybe Matthias will say differently, I don't know, but would the rest of you say that your government is designed to give you, is to protect your rights? Or do you think the government thinks they're giving you rights? I think it's kind of messy, but we've definitely crossed the line. So according to Thomas Jefferson, we should all be revolting right now. Oh, crap, this is recorded. I'm not trying to cause you to revolt violently. I'm telling you to go to the polls as young people and get those 80-year-old people out of office. Get them the freak out of office. They're alive for another 5 years. You think they give a crap about what's going to happen to you guys? No, not a bit. Get those old people out. Get yourselves in. Get young people in. You only have to be 25 to be in the House, 35 to be president. Get some young people, because those young people are going to live for another 60, 70, 80 years. They care about what's going to happen to America in 50 years. You guys care. Right now, you're not going to be able to own a house. If things continue to go the way they're going, you will never own a house. That's a problem. Get yourselves into office. Get young people into office that listen to you. The more we put these 80-year-olds, 70-year-olds There's even some 90-year-olds, I believe. I believe there's like one or two 90. No, I think there's more actually. There's a few 90-year-olds in Congress right now. They know they're only here for a few years. They're trying to get money now. There's no coincidence that dozens of senators come into the Senate every year with their net worth under $1 million, and how every senator that has ever left the Senate, even only one term, their worth is over $1 million. Telling you guys, that's what Thomas Jefferson told you to do. He told you to seek a government that will look after your interests, not just take your rights. Okay, great discussion today. We talked a lot about Thomas Jefferson. Wow. I think we're a week early for that, but I don't care. That was fantastic. Great questions today. Great responses. Really appreciate you guys making my day so much better. Have a great day. If you want to hang out and ask questions, feel free to. Otherwise, go ahead and bounce. Love you guys. See you later. I like how you have to wave before you end class. Like you have to wave. If you don't wave at me and you leave, you're a jerk. Just a jerk. Flat out. I saw it, Jaren. Thank you. See you guys.
Scott?
Yeah. Who is that?
I don't know if you got me on the roll. Yeah. I just was a little bit late because of the link.
Yeah, let me make sure. I'm pretty sure I did, but it's always worth double checking.
Okay, thank you.
I got you, Embry. You're good. Anyone else have any questions for me before they got to bounce? Jameson. Logan, you there, bud?
Yes, sir.
Why are you still here in this meeting, dude?
I've been running around getting some stuff done.
All right. Hey, man, how are things going?
They're good.
What's going on? Why are you struggling to come, and why are you struggling to like be on camera and participate? Why aren't you engaged in class? What's going on, bro? No, hold on. We just had someone else come in. I didn't realize that. Kira, can you just give me? Let's see. Logan, are you good? I'm just making sure you're good, Logan.
Yeah, I was just tired today.
Okay,
Sorry
take
about
care of
that.
yourself, bud.
What?
Take care of yourself, okay?
Will do. You as well. Thank you.
See you, Logan. Yep. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right, Kira, let's go. What's going on?
Oh, I realized I was going to ask you, when it comes to the assignment that all of the, what is it called? Why did I just forget the name of
The identifications?
the identifications? The assignment that the identifications are building up to. So when we're doing those, are we just like copy and pasting the identifications or writing more?
Okay, so what I would do if I were you, I would talk to Jed and say, okay, I understand that we're going to get graded harder on the midterm. Are mine good enough? Because I have some students every semester that they write such good ones for the initial assignment that they just copy and paste. They write a little note in the comments box, say, hey, I got all fives. I wanted to just turn them in as in. They will disregard the plagiarism. There'll be no plagiarism like you this time.
That helps a lot for me.
Good.
And then second question, can we turn in identifications late with just like a
Yep.
Okay, with a late whatever.
I don't really even penalize you very hard because
Okay.
I want you to do them. To me, I'd rather you do them and learn from them rather than that's my goal for you to learn. So yeah, that's great.
Perfect. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
See you later.
Bye-bye.